Yo, it's Trent. So if you just watched that last video or not, I said I was doing this one next. And so, for anybody that smokes or gets high or anything, if you eat edibles, you know that those things, you'll either have a very mellow time or they're gonna slap the fuck out of you. Like, you're gonna eat those and then boom, high as fuck in like 40 minutes, right? So, usually I'd get them from the dispensary if I were to get them, but then you got to spend a lot of money and you can only get like 100 milligrams at a time unless they got some special shit. So it's kind of inconvenient if you eat them a lot because then you got to spend a lot of money, you know. So this was last year and I was home alone, and normally when people have the house to themselves, right, I had it for a weekend. So usually party is the first thing in mind. The first thing that went through my mind was, I'm making some goddamn edibles. So the first thing I had to do was get bud, of course. But then, let me explain this to you. Get the chocolate chip cookies, right? And it's like, it's time to make some edibles. So, edibles get fucking made, right? Takes like 2-3 hours. But 12 big-ass chocolate chip cookies that are absolutely lethal. There was a lot of bud used. A lot of oil, whatever. All that was needed was that it was a lot, right? So, I have my cookies in a Ziploc bag that I have in my room. My dog, what does she like to do? She likes to eat fucking everything. She'll eat a shirt, she'll eat shoes, she'll eat a wire. Doesn't fucking matter. If it's accessible, she's gonna chew it, right? So, I left my door open when I was going to the bathroom or showering or something, right? Something must have happened. Because I come back to my room and I see the bag that the edibles were in. It's completely ripped open. What's the problem? Every single edible's gone. So I didn't know what happened at first, honestly. I was trying to think. I'm like, there's no way I ate all these and just forgot. Like, I'd be high as shit. I can't even handle one of those, like a full one at first, you know, like it fucks me up. So I'm like, where did these all go? Then I see my dog fucking scarfing down the last one or last two, right? And I go over to her and I'm like, oh fuck. I don't know what to do in this situation. Because it's not like I'm going to call my mom or dad and be like, hey, I got the dog high as fuck. What do I do? You know? So my first concern was chocolate chip cookies, 12. Like, dogs are not supposed to eat chocolate. That's a lot, right? So I call up the vet. And I'm an anxious person. I don't even call in food orders. So I'm like, what the fuck do I say? So I call up this vet. And it was a lady vet. And she was like, hello. And I was like, hey, I just have a question. And I was like, well, it's actually a 2-part question. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, my dog ate 12 chocolate chip cookies, big ones. And I was like, is there any major concern about that? And she's like, she might throw up, she might have diarrhea. There shouldn't be any major effect. If she throws up blood or anything, let us know. So I'm like, okay. As long as she doesn't throw up blood, we're good. Then I was like, but I got a second part to this. She's like, yeah. And I said, what if those cookies were weed edibles? And she was like, oh. And she stood there for a minute quiet, and she was like, well, I would just make sure your dog's comfortable and okay, but really, nothing bad's gonna happen. Your dog should be okay. I was like, oh, thank you so much. You know, have a good day. Hung up. Then I'm like, whew, well, the dog's not gonna die now. We just, you know, I felt bad because I love my dog, and I don't want to see her get high as fuck. I mean, I do, but I don't want her to be forced by edibles and be really, really high. So, let's say I noticed it starting around just a basic time, 2 p.m., right? She started getting a little wobbly. And I walked over to her, and she loves, right? If you pet her on the head, she'll put her head into you. She loves that. I came up to pet her. She, like, moved back, lurched back. Her eyes got all big. And then she kept trying to lick me, but she was missing. Yeah, I'm not going to try to fucking show you what it looked like, but I'm sure you could imagine. And then when she was walking on her paws, she was like stumbling and shit. But I left her alone for a little bit. I got her nice and comfy first. I got her some water. I got her treats. I got her wrapped up in a blanket, right? Good fucking dog owner, me. But But eventually her eyes got so red. And she was just laying on the couch, or on the bed, just sprawled out, just out. And I kept seeing if she was okay, waking her up. And one of the times I woke her up, I'm like, hey, do you need to go to the bathroom? You need to go outside. I'm like, let's go outside, you know? She gets up from the bed, and she goes to, like, jump off, you know? And she, like, jumped and then just gave up. She jumped and just, and she just kind of stumbled on the ground. She was fine, you know? She's bigger. She's fine. Love her. But I was just like, Jesus Christ. So it was really sad, you know, because, like, I lost a lot of weed, if you think about it, right? Money-wise, probably lost money from the weed, you know? But my dog had a good time, and I was too stressed making sure she was good to be worried about me not being able to get high. So I hope you guys enjoy that one. If you have a similar story, let me know. But man, fucking dogs, they'll fucking eat anything. But okay, you guys have a good day.